We're going to go ahead and start a new lead for a new customer in the lead center. So I've got someone on the phone named John Smith, and I'm actually typing his name into the database to see if he exists. You can see that the resulting customer list shows no, he does not exist. So go ahead and press Start New Customer Opportunity. You can see that the customer name now is here, but we've got no address information. Now what I'm going to do, because he's on the phone with me, is go ahead and start typing in his personal information. So John Smith, and his title. Now in this case I'm going to just say homeowner because this is a residential sale, hopefully. We can see that we've got social media here and also with the customer records as well. So if you've got a commercial customer, you can record social media here, also with the contact at the contact level. Contact type is a really important field and a great field to have. This, in this case, is a homeowner. Contact type will allow us to sort all of our contacts by a specific type so that later on we could have a mailer or something like that that we send out to all of the homeowners or all of the commercial property managers or whoever it is that we're doing business with. I'm now recording John's cell phone and regular phone. And again, part of the required fields are the ones that are highlighted with an asterisk. This is information that I'm required to get. And of course, that helps us with all of our reporting, seeing trend data, things like that, that are really important for marketing and other aspects of what we do every day at our companies. Let's go ahead and put in his address, 45 East Main Street. And one of the nice things you'll see is that if you put in the city, the state, or the zip code, we have an auto finder. So if I put in the city, the listing of states that have that particular city in it will pop up. I can select the one I want, and then of course the zip codes. So you can do that in any order you'd like. Now instead of having to retype that information, I can simply use the copy button here, and any of the information for address will go over to the customer side as well. You could have alternatively entered that information on the customer side first and copied it over to the contact side. I'm all set, so I'm going to go ahead and hit continue. The next thing we're going to do, now this is great. There are many different John Smiths in the database. Now in this case, I know that I've got a new John Smith, so I'm going to go ahead and say to create new. So that's a great thing. It actually is a database that's looking out for you and your best interests. Be sure to take a look at that and make sure that the John Smith you're looking for is not something that already exists. Again, I've got some fields that are required. The first thing I'm going to do actually though is look at my questionnaires. So in Lead Center, in order to help me to qualify the people that I'm speaking with, my company can create different types of questionnaires where I can ask questions and actually answer those questions here and then pass this along with the lead. So this information will accompany the lead as it's passed to a salesperson. My lead origin is how did this come to me? And the drop down that you see is something that is customized by your company. So let's say that this is an incoming call. And let's say that the marketing effort, the lead source, was because this person saw one of our flyers that we sent on Constant Contact. Our vertical market is a residential one in this case. So let's go ahead. And again, any of these drop downs, your company is actually creating the customized labels that you see here. It's going to be a new installation. And as I've been speaking with him, I realized that what he's interested in is one of our packages that sells for $199.99. And the accompanying recurring revenue is about $49.95. So I'm going to include that information. The proposal due date wants to be sure he's got something by the end of next week. And the title, I'm just going to say package 1 because our salespeople know what that's about. This job title, by the way, is really important. It will move into We Estimate should this actually become a requested quote. I'm going to leave a note too for my salesperson to let him know that Please call before arriving for the appointment. This person wants a call first. I can record a few of our services if I'd like to, so I can go ahead and just record whatever I'd like, and you can, again, customize this list for any company and any products and services that you sell. The other thing I'd like to do is set an appointment. Now in this case, I'm going to set it for a particular employee, so I'm selecting that first, and we're actually doing an auto sync with this person's Outlook or Google Calendar. So if you do have Microsoft Exchange, then we've got that auto sync available. And I'm actually going to schedule this for another week in advance. So I'm going to go look at the week of the 26th. And in this case, I'm just going to double click or click on the time slot I'd like to make this for. So the customer is telling me they'd like to meet at 10 a.m. on the 28th. And in this case, we're going to go ahead and include the person's address. And they want to meet just down the street from where they're located. So they're telling me what they want. And I'm going to say that this is for an initial call, meeting. Let's say meeting. So again, I'm giving the salesperson as much information as I can. And it's a site walkthrough. Again, I can then pick my person, and this little green box shows that the person truly is available then. And I'm going to show that this is an initial meeting with the customer. So this task list is also something that is customized by your company. If you did want to include other attendees, you can click here, and a list of attendees is here. The orange are other salespeople or other people that are associated with Jack, and the green actually indicate managers. So if you did want to include a manager, you could. Save that appointment, and now we're ready. You can see that it's recorded here to go ahead and pass the lead. One small detail before we move on. If you selected the exit button, you will actually exit this lead, and the data that you've recorded, except for the contact and customer data, but the data on the lead will be forfeited. You do get a pop-up message telling you that and asking if you want to continue. So if you do continue, remember you'll lose that lead information. To record and pass the lead, click on the Pass Lead button. You can see that we already have this lead ready to go to Jack. And also notice that with each person, you can record the types of products and services that they're expert in. The same can be done for offices. And we've got three choices when passing a lead. Passing directly to a salesperson. You can search on salespeople here. You can also show salespeople that are assigned for the zip code of the site or zip code range of the site that this prospect is located in. Zip code ranges also work for offices. So we can pass to a salesperson, to an office, or to a pass group in which 2 or more people would receive the lead and then determine who to pass it to. We're going to go ahead and pass this to Jack. The system now is saving that lead and giving us a summary. If everything looks good, we say OK. And our job in the lead center is now done. The system now is going to send a lead information summary to Jack. So we see that this lead is successfully passed. And in just a moment, we're going to see a pop-up with an email, which I'll open for you so that you can see exactly what the salesperson is going to receive. That email not only provides the summary to that salesperson, but also enables them to go right back into WeOpportunity if they'd like to. So they can click on, there we go, click on WeOpportunity within this email. So here we go. We've got that this lead has been assigned to you. Here's the note to call before arriving. Here's the appointment, the assignment to Jack, a way to get right back into WeOpportunity for him if he's on the road, but all the information that he needs to get in touch with this client or prospect is ready to go, including any answers to the questionnaires. This is how quick and easy it is to go ahead and create leads in WeOpportunity.